Okay, okay. Testing, testing. One, two, three. I think we look good here. All right, we're live. Welcome back to the JeSpective, where I do cultural commentary, go over some life lessons, and everything in between. Guys, I should probably be asleep right now, but I'm in the middle of recording a video, and I think I'm done doing that for the day. So I figured, why not? Let's hop on here and have some fun. So we have another Pop the Balloon or Find Love reaction, episode 49 today. So, I mean, Arlette Amuli is really doing her thing on that YouTube channel over there. And we have a ton of fun over here reacting to it. So we're going to do just that. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are here with another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And we've got some beautiful single ladies lined up. Make some noise, ladies. Okay, guys, that was a little dry. I'm not going to lie. But it's all right. We're going to be bringing out some single men when they come around this corner. If you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, do not pop your balloon. However, there's anything that you're just really not a fan of, you just can't see yourself with this guy, go ahead and pop your balloon, and I'll go over to you and see why you ended up popping. Are you guys ready? Yes. Okay, all right. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in.
How
Good, how are you?
Fantastic, thanks for asking.
And what's your name?
All right, first thing we got to do, fit check. Did this guy come up here like he was ready to play games, or is he actually serious? I mean, honestly, I really don't got much to say. I felt like if I heard some people pop the balloon instantly, then maybe I would have more to critique him on. But I mean, he kind of showed up with the standard fit. You know what I mean? It's just this is what you call the standard fit. He just came up with some slacks, button up, and then he threw a chain on there to show some uniqueness. So you know, I'm not gonna hate on him. Let's see what he has to say.
My name's Rome.
Rome, how old are you?
I'm 34 years old.
And what do you do?
So I'm a plumbing technician certified. I'm a Marine Corps combat veteran. Nice. I also do, I'm a Marine Corps combat or a Marine Corps commercial model as well. Okay. I've done anything you can think of, from being customer service representative to dispatch to software implementation, skydiving, whatever you have it.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for your service, first off.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
So what I like to do for fun is, main thing is I like to work on personal development, right? Okay. If you know yourself, then obviously you can help everyone else around you help, find themselves as well, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I like to hang out with my service dog, German Shepherd, Drac. He's amazing. I like to work out and run as well. Otherwise, in the meantime, I would do my music. And yeah.
What kind of music do you do?
I do I'm a writer, okay? So I don't like to call myself a rapper, it comes off a different way. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of rhythm. I grew up singing and dancing, right? And so for me, I like to call it dancing on the beat. I have rhythm and I like to write, so I just do what I do.
Cool. All right.
All right, dude just mentioned he does like 1,001 things. I'm curious if any of those particularly... Well, I feel like there's a couple things that might have stuck out, but let's see how people react to it, I guess. No one popped the balloon. So I feel like so far he came out strong. He's doing his thing. He has a ton of hobbies and things that he's doing with his life. So when you're looking for a Renaissance man, it sounds like he is portraying himself as that right now. So let's see if he could continue to, in my view, start off on a good foot. Let's see.
People may call it rap.
Continue on a good foot. My bad. Let's keep going.
Okay. So now what are some things you look for in a woman?
Great question. So what I look for in a woman is a woman that is excited about something in their life, right? So if I ask you, hey, what are you excited about in life? And you're like, these are different types of goals, right? I feel like everyone should have something that they're looking forward to. And if you don't know what you're looking forward to, you're just kind of going with the flow. I don't even like that saying, going with the flow, because what flow? I'm a plumber, right? Is it water? Is it poop? What are you doing? You know what I mean?
And right now, this is where this guy's effing it up. Right at this moment, this guy's starting to mess it up. TMI, just move on. The joke's not that funny. I would know. I make plenty of those jokes. After you kind of said, go with the flow, don't even elaborate. You're good to go. This dude is already starting to talk too much. And I feel like he ain't do anything yet, but I'm just saying, people like to find reasons to disqualify you on this show. And I feel like this guy is going to get himself disqualified for just talking too damn much. But let's see.
What type of flow? I work on water quality as well. So I want to make sure if this is your flow, let's make sure it's good quality. Okay.
Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
My deal breakers are quite obviously the opposite. If I ask you and you're like, and I'm like, maybe I can, I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker, because obviously I like to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. And I want to make sure that if I have these type of skills and this type of knowledge and this type of intellect, I can help you.
Okay. All right. So we have not got any pop balloons yet. So
I
let me
appreciate you.
let me hand
you
you
so
a
much.
pick. Hang on to that. Oh, okay. Let's go on over there see why she
Scared
ended up
me.
popping. All right, let's start with your name and age.
Yes, Diamond, 28.
And Diamond, what do you do?
So I'm a retired veteran and also an investor. I also host a podcast called The Best Tea Show, and I'm just a multi-business investor, so I do quite a few things.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
So initially, I'm like, okay, he sounds great, a perfect man and everything, but I just couldn't get past the smile. I'm big on a person's smile, so it was just the only thing. But
What?
everything else, you were like perfect, perfect.
I respect that. And me, I'm very self-conscious, a very self-conscious person. I know what I need to work on. You know, coming out here, putting myself out here, I knew I was probably going to get hit on that. But, you know, I appreciate everything else. You're so beautiful.
Thank you, and your hands.
Is there something I missed? This guy had like a buck tooth or something. Like the smile seems. You know, maybe I am not paying attention.
As well.
Okay, cool. So now
he
is
just
Diamond
got it.
someone that's your type?
No, she is not my type. And it's
By the way, I was gonna guess that probably wasn't his type. I'm new. I'm what you call a vibe detector. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. I'm trying to. I didn't really think he would probably go for her anyway. So, unlikely a balloon that popped that he would care about. But I tell you what, the second one that just popped, he probably care about that one. But that's just me. We'll see.
it's not anything that has to do with you. It's just there's just not that connection here right now, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, let's go over here. Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Kishwan, and I'm 30 years old.
Okay. And Kashwan, what do you do?
I'm a waitress, and I also do personal training on the side.
You see the arms, girl? Yeah, yeah.
I do.
Maybe you might have the same size, so watch out.
I train men too.
Oh, look at this.
There you go. She popped it off.
All right, right. So why'd you end up popping your balloon?
When he said that he's self-conscious, like, are you very self-conscious on just that, or
That
is
is
it multiple things?
Okay, so that's a great question. So what I have in mind is this is obviously I'm very self-conscious about this, but when I mean self-conscious, everyone needs to be self-conscious, not in the bad way. Everyone gives self-consciousness a bad connotation, right?
Yeah.
So if you can be self-conscious knowing like, hey, I'm doing really good at this, and I'm gonna hone in on this, that's being self-conscious as well, not just on the bad things. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that was my only concern.
Perfect, no worries.
But you're very handsome. Thank you for your service. My dad was also in the military.
Thank you.
And
I
you're
appreciate
very
you.
well spoken. You're a very nice guy.
Thank you, I appreciate you. You're beautiful.
Thank you so
I love the hair, the dress. Honestly, when I first walked in here, I was like,
Fashion Nova.
Yeah. Yeah. You see? We know. We understand. But yeah, I get it. Also, I kind of feel like that's a bit ridiculous, kind of the reason she eliminated him. I mean, the self-conscious thing, like everyone's self-conscious to a degree, right? Depending upon what it is you're talking about. They're literally on a dating show that gets millions of views every single time. I feel like, you know, if someone openly admits they're self-conscious, but they don't necessarily carry the nervous energy, I'm not necessarily sure why she would have popped on him, unless probably wasn't that interested anyway and really just wanted to see who else was back there. But that's just me. Let's keep going.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. You dress well. You dress well.
Thank you, thank you.
Awesome. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Okay, we've got 4 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them a question. Oh,
Can I step forward?
where are you going?
Do I need? Oh,
No, just
anybody
ask-
or?
No, all 4 of them
Oh, okay,
left. Go ahead and
so-
ask them a question to get to know all of them. Yes.
What are you most excited about in life?
Okay, we'll start here first. Name and age.
I'm Kyla, I'm 26.
And Kyla, what do you do?
I do real estate development for a nonprofit.
Okay, nice. And what are you most excited about in
Yeah.
life?
What are you most excited about in life?
I don't think there's one thing. I'm someone who's I just have my heart position is very grateful. So little things make me excited about life. It doesn't take much. I also am passionate about many different things. So I wouldn't say I have one thing, but a lot of things excite me. I'm super passionate.
Got you.
Can you name like 2 or 3?
Probably in this stage of my life, definitely like developing my relationship with God, making sure I'm firmly grounded there. Yeah, outside of like just upward mobility in my career, obviously a family, a marriage. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I totally feel that. So
Well, before I go any further, unless he is not religious, I feel like this might be another potential option for him as well. But let's see, because I mean what we've seen so far is we got one person that eliminated him for a smile. Not much you could do about that. I understand. And the second person eliminated him because of what he was saying. And my first inclination was that he might be a bit of a yapper. He might say too much. Let's see if he walks out with anybody. If he doesn't, though, I feel like that would be his reason to lose, because I feel like he started strong and there's just some things he starts to go into elaborate. And I feel like as he starts talking, someone else hears something they don't like and they pop. So I'm curious if as he's explaining or, you know, responding to her right now, we see that type of situation. But yeah, let's keep going.
With looking forward to something in life, it's kind of like maybe if I rephrase it as, what do you look forward to most in the future? Does that kind of, you're like, hey, there's something coming on this, and it's really exciting, and I do this, and this is coming up next month. That's what I'm so excited about right now. Can you think of anything like that?
Nothing. Honestly, no.
And that's totally okay. The thing is like, you know, you're great, you're beautiful. I love the fact that you're very grounded and have a spiritual, you know, connection with God. I'm very, very much so. Very, very spiritual. I attend church. I'm very, 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 very spiritually grounded. So I definitely like that about you.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll be back. Let's go on over here. Your name and age.
My name's Ane. I'm 29.
And Ane, what do you do?
I'm an account executive in healthcare sales.
Okay. And if you want to go ahead and answer his question.
So so like a specific event that we're excited about. I'm sorry, I blacked out for a second.
No, you're totally okay. So what are you, like, if I ask you the question, what are you most excited about in the near future? What can you think of?
My birthday. My
Awesome.
birthday's coming up in
Hey, there you
April.
go.
I mean,
Okay.
I think our birthdays are a big celebration. You know, it's another year around the sun, so I'm very happy to celebrate that. Big 30.
Awesome. I remember when I was 30.
All right. Your name and age.
I'm Jabria. I'm age 29.
And Jabria, what do you do?
So I'm a federal technician, and I'm Army National Guard.
People in the military today, huh?
Yeah,
Thank you for your
yeah, for
service.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I feel like, did they go and like purposely select people in the military that way that people would have something in common to I guess connect with? I don't know why I just blanked out there, but yeah, no, kind of an interesting observation. But yeah, I guess let's keep going.
All right. If you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
So what I'm excited for in the near future, I start OCS next weekend, and that's been like a big goal of mine since I stepped foot into the military.
Congratulations.
And I'm really close to being done with school, so like walking in my actual just like abundance and being a physician assistant and being an officer. That's what I'm most excited for in the near future. So
Awesome. Hey, that's amazing. Hey, thank you for your service as well.
Thank you for your service.
OCS, man, that is something else.
I'm
huh?
nervous, but I'm excited. So
Yeah. Just
yeah.
you got it. You got the confidence. You
Yeah,
got it.
thank you.
Awesome,
No clue
awesome.
what that
Appreciate
is.
you.
But
All right.
yeah,
Your
that's-
name and age.
Jessica
Just
and
be-
27.
Jessica, what do you do?
I'm a teacher.
What grade?
7th grade.
Oh, that's tough.
Very tough.
All right. If you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
Yes, something that I'm very excited about in life would be acting. As I teach on the side, I have always had a passion for acting. It's something that I go out of my way about, and I moved out to Atlanta to pursue that while teaching in the meantime. And so I just went on ahead and took up a master class about 2 weeks ago, and so just that alone opens up opportunities and networking opportunities for me to be able to connect with people. And so I'm just looking forward to what life has for me out here with modeling and acting, because I'm also pursuing modeling. So I'm very excited to see what avenues I go about.
Awesome. It seems like you're very confident in yourself, which is amazing. I do love the value in, acting and modeling. I've been in a couple TV shows. I'm on Marine Corps billboards all over the United States like that. So it's definitely going to be fun and experience, but just remember who you are and don't forget it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I sometimes get the gist that everyone is definitely nervous as I'm watching them interact on this show. And again, like I mentioned earlier, I don't blame them. It is, I feel like this ain't the early days of this show. At this point, there is every episode gets at least 1 million views. So some people are more confident in what it is that they're saying. Some people, I feel like they have kind of like a prepackaged answer for how they respond to certain things. But yeah, just interesting to observe, I think. So far, I feel like he is doing okay. I feel like maybe he walks away with somebody. I guess right now my thought is trying to guess who it is out of the remaining that he would choose, unless again like he blows it for some reason or another. But we'll see. Still got a couple unpopped here.
All right. It is time to pop a balloon.
All
Whenever you're
right.
ready, go ahead and pop one. Okay.
All right. Well, there
So,
it is.
Jessica, why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
I like
By the way, I should have guessed. I was gonna say I think he's gonna pop her. I think he's gonna probably try to choose this one or this one. I honestly think if she didn't pop on him, he probably would have tried to choose this girl. I don't have everyone's name, so my bad. But like that's just the vibes I'm going off of right now. Out of these two, I think he might lean this way, but like we'll see. We'll see.
liked what he was saying, especially about him having aspirations, and I wanted to hear more about what he had to go about. Also, I like that he was very articulate with the way he spoke.
Okay. All right. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
The reason why I popped her balloon, I'm an eyebrow guy. I know I don't get mine done and they're just like whatever, but that's the first thing that I saw like right away. Even in my peripheral, I saw, you know, I don't want to do, yeah, I just.
Oh man, why they do him like that? You see? Okay, hold on.
I'm just sitting. That's the only thing I'm focusing on right now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they look great. They're perfectly shaped. You know what I mean? They're perfectly shaped. Yeah. But I don't know.
All right, my guy needs to stop talking right now.
Too.
He needs to stop talking right now.
Okay.
I'm about to hear another balloon pop.
Okay.
Oh, there.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. Okay, we got a pop over here. Why'd you end up popping?
Actually, wait. That's everybody. Oh man. We feel bad for my guy right now. Okay, guys, real quick. Just something you need to learn, okay? There is a moment to stop talking. Everything he's saying right now, like that's this dude's main issue. He has continuously at every single point, matter of fact, hold on, we got to put the camera back on him. At every single point this guy has been talking, he came out strong. But then he always just says a little bit extra that was not necessary. And I think in those moments, you lose people. It's actually wasn't necessary for him to continue down on the path of like, hey, it's eyebrows. Dude, there's a word. It's called preference. You just say preference. You know, oh, you know what? Matter of fact, I wouldn't even have said it was her eyebrows. I would have just been like, hey, you know, I saw some other people that were more along my type, and you know, you're beautiful still, and move on. Don't go ahead and talk about her eyebrows or any of these other things, because I feel like, especially with women, they will call you out for stuff like that. So he had three unpopped balloons, or maybe two. And the second dude said eyebrows. You heard one, and then he started to elaborate, and the other two went out. So my guy, just chill. Just stop talking, and you'd be so much better. Be in a much better position, because now I feel like he ain't got no more prospects. I think it's over. And dude started off strong. Perfect example of like just not knowing when to quit, right? So unfortunate for this dude, but that is the game. Let's keep going.
Your balloon.
Well, I feel like my eyebrows probably aren't far off from hers. I do like a clean cut eyebrow. So if you don't like her eyebrows, I don't think mine are far off.
Ain't that funny? Because that goes right back to the point he mentioned earlier about being self-conscious. Like everyone's self-conscious. And so like, that's why you don't point out certain things, because people are self-conscious and then they go about self-eliminating themselves, thinking that you're thinking this about them, when also it could be an excuse for them to be like, I don't like the way you said that, and I want to, you know, get rid of you because of girl power. But yeah, just like not great to see for this guy, but yeah, let's keep going.
So
Yeah, no, see, this is the thing. I'm not saying I don't like them, right? It's just the first thing that I notice. I mean, she has like the makeup that are like, it's a little bit lighter around the top, and it just zooms at me. It's just, you know.
And he's still explaining.
Yeah, yours are great. They're a little bit thicker. I do like that. It's just, I don't know.
Do you notice how everyone's laughing right now? Because he's doing the thing. He's doing the thing right now. See, they're all laughing because they realize he's doing the thing. He's talking too much. Now, listen, he is trying to explain himself, and I understand this. One of the things I hate more than anything else is the lack of clarity for why certain things happen. And I try my best to make the record, to set the record straight. But sometimes you just gotta, less is more, okay? Less is more. That's it. See, I can take my own lesson right now. Less is more. You understand what's going on here. All right, let's keep going.
Maybe that was just a bad way to, you know, it's like I said, I'm just an eyebrow guy, and they just, you know, if I focus on them too much, then it's like, whoa, like how long, I don't want, if I'm going out with my woman, I don't want her to take a million years to be getting ready. You know, if you have that natural beauty, just get it together, you know, we can go out. And if you do have that natural, you know, beauty and confidence, you can get ready just like that.
Okay. So, I mean,
You
prior to
could've
him
just
making the
walked
eyebrow
away,
comment,
like,
why'd
you
you
could
have
have said something like for 10 seconds.
I thought you said a lot of great things. I really like how you came out, presenting yourself, your personality. You seem like a really great guy.
You just
so.
qualified yourself. Just off the eyebrow comment. Yeah. You know, but hey, it is what it is.
Now she's someone that's your type?
Yes.
Okay.
She's very beautiful. I like the brown hair, the golden skin. You know.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, we did get a pop balloon over here as well. Why'd you end up popping?
So not specifically that you have an eyebrow thing. You know, your preference is your preference. But I feel like me as a woman, you know, if you are very, not opinionated, I don't really want to say opinionated, but something like that towards appearance, like for me, I think that would kind of get at me a little bit. You know, as a woman, as I'm thinking about getting ready and being cute and putting on makeup. So that's why I popped.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If you had a man, would you ask him, hey, baby, do I look good before I go out? Like, check me. Would you ask him that?
No, usually I would just kind of expect a compliment.
Okay, cool. So sometimes expectations for me. So my expectation would be for a female to be like, hey, I mean, you see it all the time. Hey, baby, do I look good? Like, make sure you look good, right?
Yeah.
So my expectation would be my woman to be like, yo, like, check me out. Make sure my hair's not this. Make sure I don't have a booger up my nose. You know what I mean? Like
No,
these
that's all
simple
good
stuff
stuff.
like
That's
that.
good
Yeah,
stuff.
for sure. But yeah, the eyebrow comment, maybe that was just people are overthinking that. You know, honestly.
Okay. All right. Now, she's someone that's your type?
I like the height.
Fun size.
Yeah, for sure. She's the body style. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Then we
You know, I feel bad for dude because I feel like he's just a chill dude. He's just trying to like bring clarity to the conversation because like, you know, look, the speed dating stuff is probably not easy, right? And so he's not trying to be mean. He's just simply trying to explain what he's thinking, what his expectations are, trying to have a conversation go like a little bit past surface. And I feel like as a result, he's getting penalized for it. Because I think while it's a worthy project to go beyond surface, it's still a skill as to know when to cut it off, especially like the first blind date here. On the second date, when y'all, you know, you get a match, you can go out and actually get to know each other more. That's where I think it's probably a little bit better to go more in depth. But I mean, like I appreciate what he's doing here. I had nothing. I have the only critique I have of him is that I feel like he talks probably too much, probably a little bit more than he should. But other than that, I see what you're trying to do, man. It's fine. That's that's the game.
got another one down over here. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I could just be being super sensitive, but I don't know, the way the eyebrow comment just didn't rub me the right way. I also
Eyebrows.
feel like I've definitely
Eyebrows.
experienced eyebrow blindness
Man,
where I was
can't
looking
talk
crazy
about
and I just
eyebrows.
feel like a nice, like, it's not giving what you think it's giving instead of just disqualifying. I don't know.
So,
just
so do
didn't
you
rub
think
me
I'm
the
wrong
right
by
way.
saying
No,
that
I think your preference is
because
your
the eyebrow
preference.
blind. That
For
was a great
sure.
point that you made, the eyebrow blindness, because
But I think that's a conversation that could have been I don't know. It just didn't make me feel
I'm just being honest here.
that's
I'm
what we
just
want.
hey, what do you
Thank
what
you
do you
for it.
disqualify? You know, like, and honestly, the most like that was just literally the only thing. Every single one, you all have something great. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to find my one. I'm trying to find my wife to where I have kids with. I'm a single guy with a German Shepherd. I'm 35 years old.
All right. So now is she someone that's your type?
Most definitely. Thank you. Do you want your balloon back? We can get past the eyebrow comment. We can talk about other stuff. He's very.
actually allergic to dogs, but
Oh well.
You won't be allergic to this one.
okay.
So I'm guessing that's a no.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. All
Dang.
right.
All right. Well. All right.
All right. Well, that is all the balloons popped, unfortunately. But thank you so much for coming on. Let's give it up for him, ladies. I'll take the mic. Thank you.
Look, shout out to him, man. I mean, even in defeat, he tried to recover, and I think it was a good effort. It just doesn't work out sometimes, but you know, fair play to him. He did his thing. It just didn't work out.
All right. Let's bring out our next single guy. Hello. Welcome in. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Joel.
Joel. How old are you?
I'm 29.
And what do you do?
I work in professional sports and I do a little bit of real estate investing.
Okay. Very nice. What are some things you like to do for fun?
For fun, let's see, I love to laugh, love to travel. I like competition, so anything like competitive. Working out, I like to try new foods,
Wasn't
spend
paying
time with
attention.
family.
Fit check. How's this guy looking? Actually, you know what I gotta say? I think most of the people who showed up on this episode actually are actually dressed pretty good. Dude came up with the standard blazer, the slacks, the shirt. I mean, it's standard, but it works. It's clean. And you know what? I have no hate in comments today. The reason why I say that is because there's some episodes where people show up just looking like they can't actually be serious, like with how they showed up today. And I can't really say I've seen any of that today. So yeah, I mean, shout out to everybody. The men and women so far, everyone came dressed decently. So probably one of the best dressed episodes I've seen ever. Probably reacted to like 5 of these so far. So pretty good. All right, keep it going.
And friends,
Okay. And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
definitely a woman of God, for sure. I like a humble woman. I like a woman who likes to have fun. I love to laugh and make people smile. So I think I want to look for a twin in that regard.
Okay. Now, what are some deal breakers?
Deal breakers, kids.
Okay.
I don't have any myself. Bad hygiene, for sure. And I'd say that's the main two.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So we have not got any pop balloons yet. So let me hand you a pick. There you go. And there aren't too many ladies today. So let's go ahead and have you pop 2 balloons. Two balloons whenever you're ready.
All right, hold on. I am going to try to guess who I think he's going to pop. Hold on. I'm trying to not. Okay. I was going to guess. I think I have to try to guess based on. I don't know much about him. I would probably guess homegirl and the brown he's going to pop if he's popping 2. I think he's going to leave her. He's going to leave her. And probably he'll pop her or the girl on the edge. If I have to make a hard choice, I think definitely her. And then it will either be, it'll be her because of like, she's too short or something. Guys don't really say that a lot, but like I could see it just as like a random reason. Or it'll be the girl on the all the way at the end. That's just a feeling. But let's see.
Okay.
All right,
and
so
then
that one,
one more.
easy guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's start with
All
the
right,
first one here.
that's-
Your name and
Okay,
age.
that's what I thought.
Diamond, 28.
And Diamond, why'd you have your balloon unpop?
I had my balloon unpopped because I wanted to ask him a question about the earrings and see why he had, that type of earrings, or is that always your style, or, but originally I was wanting to pop, but I just wanted to kind of, people can always change up their style. So that the earrings things was not really a thing I was interested in. So I just wanted to keep it unpopped to ask you a question about, do you change your style and everything like that. So.
All right, so basically she was saying, I seen the earrings and I was going to pop on you anyway, but I wanted an opportunity to ask the question about the earrings. So since you popped on me, I'm going to ask you the question anyway. Fair play. Fair play. I see what she's doing there. I was going to ask you this question if, I didn't get popped. But, seeing how I don't get to ask the question I'm asking right now, I'll just leave it there in the air. Hopefully it gets addressed, though, because that's what she just did. And, he will address it because she asked the question anyway. But, yeah, good job. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Got it. And now why'd you end up popping her balloon?
No specific reason. Obviously, first initial attraction, I found other ladies more my type.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Thank you. And you did pop one more.
Okay, actually, he didn't even answer the question that she asked out there. So even more hilarious. Just straight up ignore it. And you know what? That's actually a fair move as well, because he probably perceived that as a bit of an attack. And there's a couple of ways you can go about it. You can throw shade back, which is what they do a lot of the times on this show, or you can decide, you know what? I won't even address it. I'm not interested. I already popped the balloon, and keep it moving. So far, I think he made the right choice. Let's keep going.
Or your name and age.
Ane, 29.
All right. Ane, why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
Definitely want to hear him out as well. He seems like he presents himself very well, so just listening.
Thank you.
All right. And why'd you end up popping hers?
Same reason, just looking at the lineup.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's head.
All right, so he didn't say like she's too short or something. Like, he just straight up said, "Hey, there's other people I'm interested in," which is fine, and that gives me the impression that this guy probably already knows out of this group who he wants. So when they said pop 1 or 2, he simply straight up thought to himself, "It doesn't even matter who I pop because I already know who I kind of want." So that's my guess. Since he said looking at the lineup, he most likely has a couple on his mind already. Let's kind of see what my guesses are. I'm thinking one of these 2. All right.
I'm back. We've got 4 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them a question.
Okay. If I was to ask your best friend to describe you in 3 words, what 3 words would she use?
Okay, let's start there and come back. All right, your name and age, and what 3 words would your best friend use to describe you?
Yes. Jessica, 27. 3 words that my best friend would use to describe me would be funny, goofy, and intelligent.
Okay.
All right. Over here, your name and age, and the answer to his question.
Jabria, 29. 3 words that my friend would use, I would say adventurous, funny, and let's see, maybe empathetic. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
And over here, name and age, and answer to his question.
Hi, I'm Kishwan and I'm 30. My friends would definitely say that I'm hilarious. I love to make people laugh. So that's when you said that, I was like, oh, I like that. So we're gonna be laughing all the time. So I love to make people laugh. That I'm very athletic because I do personal training on the side.
Nice.
So I love talking about fitness. Another thing that they would say about me is that Probably that I'm a daredevil because I've gone skydiving, snowboarding, ziplining. I've done it all. Yeah, I love to have fun and try new things. So I'm not scared to get my hair wet.
I'm wondering if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I know some people are just like, oh man, you like to do all that stuff, so that means you want to do that together. And other people are like, well, actually, that means she's a lot of fun, and that does not mean that we'll be confined to doing the ordinary things. We can kind of do some pretty cool things together. So that's usually the one of two ways it goes. But let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like roller coasters?
Yes. Let's go to Six Flags. Sorry, I got excited.
By the way, when I think it's a problem, I think it's normally a problem the other way around. I don't really feel like a guy would necessarily have an issue if he is approaching a girl who likes to do a lot of things. He'll find himself there. He'll make it work. That's usually how it goes. But just my thoughts. Let's keep it going.
All right, thank you. Your name and age and answer to this question.
I'm Kyla, I'm 26, and my friends would say I'm silly, goofy, and deep. I'm like very intimate. I like having deep conversations. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
So what about for yourself? What 3 things would your friends use to describe you?
Definitely funny. I would say kind, and then probably positive. Like I just like to radiate good vibes, good energy.
Okay, sounds good. So I am going to have you pop 1 balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop 1.
I think he pops the one all on the right because I think he wants one of the two
I know
here.
it's tough.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
start over here. So Jabria, why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
He seemed to have a lot in common with me. He talked about being competitive. I'm very competitive. I like to do competitive events. I've done 2 Spartan races. I'm athletic. I'm in the Army. I have my certified personal training, my master fitness instructor.
Shout out to her, by the way. I've been talking about doing a Spartan race for years now, and I think I was supposed to do one with my friends in like 2018, and that was a total fail. So, guys, if y'all see this, where y'all at? Because we still ain't do a Spartan race, and this girl did a couple. So we got now that it's been reminded to me. I think I'm probably gonna send some text messages out. Hey, you want to start training for that Spartan race from a couple of years ago that we completely flaked on? But shout out to her. That's pretty impressive.
So we just had a lot in common.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So why'd you end up popping hers? Don't use that same line as before.
No.
Okay.
No, she had great answers. I think I just resonated more with the other ones. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we do have 3 ladies now left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
If a movie was made about your life, what would it be called, and who would star? Who would play as you?
Oh. Okay, that's a tough one. They're all thinking. I know. You ready?
No. Can I not play myself?
No, you gotta have like an actress, like someone maybe that you looked up to, or a favorite actress or celebrity that you would see playing yourself.
I'm not gonna lie, when you think of that type of question, I feel like the only way you would really be able to answer it is if when it was asked, you had a celebrity lookalike that people already said you looked like. Otherwise, it would just be you naming an actor that you like and trying to make them fit randomly, and like the way you would say it is they're really good actors, so they could portray my life. But I feel like when I'm hearing this, it's kind of like it's almost like who do you think is your celebrity lookalike, and could they play you in the film of your life, right? So looking at her, I'm wondering if she mentions a celebrity that looks like her or anybody. Personally, if I was asked a question like that, I don't know how you answer that, but that's just my thoughts.
I would want Solange Knowles to play me.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. See,
Is there a reason, Solange?
I just love her. I think
Okay.
she like does her own thing. And what would the movie be? Is that
Like,
the-
what would the title be? Based
feel
on
like-
based on your life.
I feel like my ghetto fabulous life.
You know, I think a better question would be, what genre movie would it be? That's probably a little easier.
like a rom-com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. Let's go over here.
Okay, so I love horror films. Zombie movies are my thing. I love zombie movies, so it'd be a zombie movie for sure. Probably Life of a Zombie, and then I guess the person that would have to play me would be, what's that woman's name from a scary movie? Brenda. She played Brenda.
Regina Hall.
Yes, Regina
Okay.
Hall, yes. I think she'd be perfect
Well,
for
you see, like that's kind of what I'm saying. People answer it thinking of like a actor or celebrity that looks somewhat similar to them, And then I guess in her case, she was thinking scary movie, so she went Regina Hall. But like, you know, she doesn't exactly look like Regina Hall, but there's a little bit of a, you know, you can kind of see, you can see a little resemblance there, right? So okay.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure. And our last lady over here. Let's hear from you.
Yes. So Keke Palmer, I absolutely love her. A lot of people compare me to her because of our personalities. And so the title of my movie will be called Unbroken and Resilient because I have been through a lot in life, just as far as like navigating my life. And so I think Keke Palmer will capture that essence in me. And just us, again, sharing the same type of personalities, I would love to see her bring my life to the camera. And so I would definitely, that would be it.
Did you see the new movie that she was
I
in?
have not seen it yet. I'm sorry, Keke Palmer. I am so sorry, girl.
I haven't either.
You know you my girl, though.
All right, thank you.
I think she gave probably a little bit more of a thought out answer, because I think she said she was talking about acting and she probably just had a couple of people in her mind that she had to consider while doing the acting classes. So shout out to her. Shout out to her. She's fun.
Okay, it is time to pop one balloon out of these three beautiful ladies.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So I wasn't sure who's gonna pop. If you ask me now, I think at the end he's gonna pick her, and that's just my feeling. I don't feel like she said much answers wise, but I also don't think that matters. When you think about I feel like when you think about how guys might approach this, we really just like I have not seen guys disqualify girls for like really dumb reasons. I think the girls will get all the leeway in the world if they're interested and they're just not like straight idiots. Right? I think so long as they have some kind of answer, whether or not they're saying much or whatever it might be, so long as they kind of pass the basics, especially within this setting where it's just like, hey, we're gonna kind of do the speed dating thing at first, and then we get to go beyond this and see if we get how we actually match. I have a feeling in the end he's probably gonna pick her, and that would be because he probably wanted to pick her from the second he walked out. From the second he walked out of backstage. That's my guess. I'm calling it now. Let's see how it goes.
So why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
I thought we had a lot in common. He's very handsome, well-spoken, and I
Thank
love
you.
that he's athletic. You don't see a lot of athletic men nowadays that are actually actually trying to find love. So yeah, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why'd you end up popping hers?
So I think we have a lot in common. I think as far as the fitness and stuff, definitely a big part of my life. But I felt like the other woman had some other interests as well that I align with. So
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. All righty, we've got two ladies left. Ladies, any questions for our guy here? Oh, let's start down there. We'll come back. All right.
Yes, I just wanted to know, I'm really big on believing in God, and I was just wondering where do you stand with that as far as relationship-wise? I'm not talking about religion because I know people get the confusion. I do want to make sure I clarify. Where's your relationship with God, or do you have one?
yeah, I have a very strong relationship with God. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christ follower. I go to church every Sunday. I pray daily. I grew up in the church. My family's Nigerian, so yeah, we're big on faith, and that's always stuck with me. So definitely.
I like what I heard.
All right. We'll be back. Let's go down over here. So I know you had a question ready.
I had the exact same question.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
my question.
okay.
Yeah.
No other questions?
No other question.
No questions. Okay. Do you have a final question to ask them, or are you ready to pop?
If we saw each other out at a restaurant or bar, how would you flirt with me? How would you let me know you're interested?
All right. How would you let him know you're interested?
Honestly, not too much. I maybe would just like a longer eye contact, a little smile, very subtle.
Not a wink.
That's girl flirting
No
101.
winks for me,
Stare.
unfortunately.
Okay. So
No.
you just look at him a little longer.
Oh,
Smile
man.
a little, you know.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Let's go here. All right. How would you let him know you're interested?
And by the way, that'd be enough. That'd be for a lot of guys that are interested. That'd be enough. An extended gaze would be enough. Hey, you know what? That was more than 3 seconds or whatever it might be. Most people would, well, hopefully, if they weren't complete idiots, would pick up on that and make a move. But yeah, kind of hilarious. But yeah, keep going.
I'm going to be transparent. I used to be someone that didn't feel comfortable approaching men in the past. But as I've gotten older and been able to approach men, I've just found that just being myself, walking up, hi, how you doing? Just giving you a compliment. I would give you a compliment because I do think you're handsome.
Thank you.
And just go ahead and just strike a conversation, see what your intelligence and mind is about. Because yes, while the exterior looks good, I do like to know what the interior is like. I'm like, okay, he looks good on the outside, but what does he have going on in his mind? What type of conversations can we have? Can we have deep conversations? And so that's something that I would start off with, a compliment and then getting into a conversation.
So you would approach me?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Shout out to her because I feel like I feel like I feel like in general more women should do that because if you I mean I understand if you're really attractive you probably feel there's never the need to, but I always say well, like if you're only waiting for people to approach you, then you only pick out of the people that chose you, but you never get to pick the people that you would have chosen, right? And so if the person that you would have chosen happens to come up to you, then great. But otherwise, you're only left with the pool of people who came up to you. And if there was someone you were interested in and you just looked at them across the bar, like the first lady across there said, and look, she's very attractive. That probably works for her. For 99% of the people she's actually interested in anyways. But in general, just a thought, if that happened more, you probably get more situations where people like there's less ambiguity, right? People can understand each other. And because like honestly, I heard this stat, I don't know how true it is, but it's about younger dudes coming up and how frequently they actually go and approach women. And I think because of dating apps, people are just afraid to do it nowadays because they don't want to get like marked as like a creep or something online or like recorded like, oh, you know, look at this creep, right? Or whatever it might be. And so I'm thinking, at least I'm hearing, I don't know. I've been out the game a while, guys, but I'm hearing that the world's a lot different now in reference to guys approaching women. So my guess is how you would fix that is women kind of making it a bit more obvious that they are actually interested in that person in particular. And so if they were to do what she's saying here, she's attractive and she comes up, makes a compliment, strikes up a conversation, I think that's perfectly fine. That still isn't necessarily making her fully the aggressor because going beyond that, she could probably still put in his court. But nonetheless, you have a situation where the interest is obvious to him. And if he wants to make the next move and go beyond it, then it's up to him to go. So I feel like a lot I think people would be better off if that happened. But anyways, that's just me. Let's see where it goes. I still think he's going to pick the other girl, by the way, even though this girl's been given a lot more interesting answers and things like that in general. I just a feeling.
Okay, time to make the tough decision. You do got to pop a balloon.
Yeah, you see? You see?
All right. So why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I found him handsome and I liked the things that he was saying.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping hers? That's always tough, I know.
Truthfully, it was tough. Great young lady. Definitely have a lot in common. I think I was just more attracted to her.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go up to our young lady over here. So I'll have you stand on this side of me. I'll have you come up here with us. Any final question between the two of you? If you don't have one, that's okay as well.
I have one. Where do you live?
I live in Atlanta.
Okay.
And where are you?
I'm from Detroit. I live in Detroit.
Okay.
Midwest girl. Okay. I'm originally from Chicago.
And what do you do again? I'm sorry.
I work in professional sports and I do real estate investing.
Okay.
Good.
What do you do?
I do real estate development for a nonprofit.
Nice.
Oh. All right. Well, let me ask my question then. Okay. Is it going to be a yes for you for him?
It's a yes.
Okay. And is it a yes for you for her?
It's a yes for me.
We got a match.
All right, well, it's kind of obvious.
I'll take the mic. And you guys can go on
Obvious.
off, make some noise for them, ladies.
And look, sometimes that's how it goes. I mean, I feel like he kind of already knew who he was interested in when he walked out, and I get that, right? You see the lineup, you're like, oh, okay, that one, right? And so then it's just a matter of going through the game and seeing if she is at least able to pass the bare minimum. And if she does, then, you know, it is what it is. So I felt like probably when he walked out from the beginning, he already had his eye on her. And look, that's perfectly fine. That's how you play the game. So shout out to them, and let's keep going.
Okay, let's bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Andrick.
Endrick?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and how old are you?
I'm 30.
And what do you do?
I'm a government contractor. I work in IT.
Okay, cool. What are some things you like to do for fun?
I call myself an adventurous guy.
Okay.
I love being outdoors.
Fit check. Everyone's continuing with the trend. No one is dressed crazy out here this episode. So again, shout out to everybody. They they got the memo that before you show up on a show that gets about 1 million views, don't embarrass yourself online and actually dress properly. But the other two came up a little bit more overly dressed. He's doing a little bit more casual, but nonetheless, it's put together right. So shout out to him.
Having fun. Thrill seeker. That's it.
Okay. And what do you look for in a woman?
I look for somebody who's mature, emotionally intelligent, such as like they know how to deal with their traumas, their feelings, and things of that nature.
Okay. And now what are some of your deal breakers?
More than one kid. If you're too ratchet, you don't know how to turn it on and off.
Okay.
Just know how to turn it on and off.
Okay.
Don't do it too much. I like to have fun too.
All right. Sounds good. So we have not got any pop balloons. Let me hand you a pick. Hold on to that. And there's only 5 ladies, so let me have you just pop one. Just one balloon. I know you thought I was gonna skip this part, huh?
This
Go
is
ahead,
early.
just pop one.
Okay.
I'm actually not sure.
It has nothing to do with none of you guys. You guys are all beautiful, but I'm sorry, man.
All right. Your name and age.
Diamond, 28.
All right. And Diamond, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
He's pretty handsome, so I didn't really see anything wrong with him. I was just getting to hear what he had to say some more. So yeah, that's why I kept my balloon.
Sounds good. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
I was just drawn to, the other woman. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Let's head on back this way. So we do have 4.
And honestly, let's normalize that, guys. I mean, that's obvious. You gotta everybody when they originally come out, they probably see a couple that they're interested in. Maybe it's one that stands out, and they're really just like this entire round. I'm going for that one person, or maybe there's a couple. But what I mean normalize. Let's normalize not going after people for no reason. That's what they do on the show, and don't get me wrong, it's fun for content on my end. But I mean, for the sake of the people who are there on the show participating, being embarrassed on the internet because somebody wanted to start like Aaron the plumber and come after you and be like, what did he say? He was just man, I see the hair on your arms or whatever he said, stuff like that. You ain't gotta do all that, right? You ain't gotta do all that. You're just not interested because you're interested in someone else. Just say to move on, just keep it light. But all right, let's keep going.
4 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them a question.
All right. Ladies, how would you take care of our household in a relationship?
Okay. Let's start over here. Name and age first.
Hi, I'm Kishwan and I'm 30. And how I would take care of the house, I would clean it, of course. The dishes, I would just keep everything tidy because I'm a very clean person. I can't have a dirty fridge or anything messy or out of place. But I would also say that if you come home and you see me starting to be worn out from doing all of that, I would also, it'd be very nice if my man would come help me handle the house, especially if it's a big house, because I plan to live in a nice home. So not an apartment for the rest of my life. So I would take care of it very well. And I'll also cook. I know how to cook, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Yes.
Love it.
Over here, your name and age and answer to his question.
Ane, 29. And of course, like she said, cooking and cleaning, I think that's a must. I love to cook. I don't want to be the only one cleaning, so definitely want to, share those responsibilities. But I like to keep a happy house. I think when we get stuck in a little routine at home, that can be a little boring. So I like to keep it fun because that's the place of our peace. So, yeah.
Thank you. And then over here, your name and age and answer to his question.
I'm Jabria, I'm 29. So I have a pretty busy schedule. So I've adapted a technique that works for me as far as cleaning my house. So cleaning as I go midweek, Tuesdays used to be my work from home day. So I really would deep clean Tuesdays, and Sundays are always a reset for me. But I'm gonna be realistic. I'm going through OCS, I have changes coming on. So I would hire, I hire sometimes people to clean my house because if I don't have the time, then that's just easier for me. So it may not be me always cleaning, but the house will be clean. Yeah, so.
What's OCS mean?
Officer Candidate School.
Oh, yeah. I actually knew that, but just want to make sure.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Your name and age and answer to his question.
the way she kind of turned away at that moment, I feel like she might pop in 10 seconds. Just because she didn't like that joke or question or whatever he just did there. I was gonna say in general, I'm not. I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to read from this question. I think it's an important question to ask if you're trying to see if they have similar ideals to you based on how they respond to it. But I don't quite yet have a read on where he's at with that, whether or not he wants someone who is more traditional or he's okay with a hybrid mix. I have really no idea yet. Sometimes you try to kind of do it based off of the vibe, but like I'm not fully reading where everyone is right now. But interesting. Let's continue.
Question.
Yes, Jessica, 27. I look at it as like a partnership, and so wherever what needs to be taken care of, I don't look at it as, oh, you are a woman or you are a man, so therefore you are assigned these gender roles. I look at it as, okay, what needs to be taken care of? This is a partnership. If I see, for example, I'm just going to use this scenario. If just because there is this societal standard that, oh, men should go out and do this and that. God forbid if you were to lose your job or something happened to you, I would step up and do what I have to do. It's no question about it. It's not a, oh, well, he's a man, so he has to do this. It's a partnership. I don't look at numbers, 50-50, 25. No, I don't look at that. I look at it as, what can I do to step into this role to help my man and vice versa.
Powerful.
Shout out to her. I feel like she's been giving all the best answers all day. Like well thought out, kind of like took the consideration to put forth answers that like that shows that she had these things in her mind already, right? Like these are things she's considered before, so it wasn't really too much for her to try to express when the time came. I remember originally when I think probably earlier in the episode, I thought there was certain things she might have had as a canned answer, but I kind of modified my view on that. I just think she kind of thought through a lot of these things, so when they're when they're asked, she has the answer for them. You know what I mean? I think that one was a good one as well, about it being a partnership that you're largely looking for. And like, don't get me wrong, within these situations, like people do tend to fall into gender roles, but if it works for you guys, then that's great, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean where it's like, hey, everything I'm doing is done, and like those are the things assigned to you, quote unquote, and so I can't help anymore because you have to do that stuff. Like that's kind of ridiculous. It's a partnership. Try to be out there, help your partner, work with each other, make sure that the effort gets done. The overall job gets done, however it gets divided, and you do what you got to do. So shout out to her. Again, great answers all episode. So I just wish I could have remembered anyone's name. So I'm just saying, girl in the big dress. Shout out to you.
Okay, I'm gonna have you pop one balloon based off of anything you've heard so far and what you've seen.
Okay. They all had like really good answers.
I know, they did.
So that's really hard. But okay.
All right. So why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I just wanted to hear him out. I mean, I like his style. He's handsome, so yeah.
All right, nice. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
I resonated more with the other answers. It has nothing to do with what she said. Honestly, this is hard. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's head back.
I feel like he reminds me of somebody. It's a personal. It's actually a family member. It just clicked. I'm looking at the guy. I'm like, yo, you remind me of somebody, but I don't know who. But now I could see it. I could see it. I won't say the name. It doesn't make sense to. But yeah, it actually reminds me of one of my family members. It just clicked. It just clicked. I'm like, I can't quite put my finger on it. All right, cool. All right, let's go.
We do have 3 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
By the way, I think it's gonna be one of those things where he probably walked out. He saw a couple that interested him. It's really not the answers that they're giving that are getting them eliminated. It's just the fact that he's getting further and further down the line, and he has to eventually eliminate somebody, and he's just eliminating the people that he is less interested in. You know what I mean? But I don't feel like anyone gave an entirely ridiculous answer or something where it's just like, oh, that's wild. And on one hand, that kind of shows the maturity of where the show's going. There's people who are a little bit less outrageous who show up, but yeah, I mean, pretty standard answers, right? I just think he has the 1 or 2 people already on his radar, and he's kind of seeing between them which one he goes with.
Okay. I'm gonna be different.
Okay.
So imagine this is a scenario-based question. So imagine we're going to an event, ladies, and we have to take my mother with me. Who is sitting in the front seat and who is sitting in the back seat?
Sheesh. Okay, let's start down there.
Wait, did someone pop for him asking that question?
Ooh, okay, let's start here and then we'll go over there.
Oh, actually, that's funny. I didn't expect her to pop off of something like that, but that is kind of an interesting question because I feel like it's interesting. It says a lot about how you kind of view it in that moment. I am not sure. Okay, let's see how they answer. I got to think about it myself. Actually, it's kind of funny.
Sorry. So I would definitely want to sit in the front seat, but I just kind of have a question. How do you manage with?
So real quick, I would say in my mind when I'm asking the question, I would think I would take the extra layer of trying to figure out. I don't remember if he said his mom or her mom, but if it's her mom, then I feel like the question is, or my mom. It would really be more so like they kind of get the seniority. You know, you know what I mean? Like especially if like they get the seniority to sit in the front, like or whatever seat is most comfortable for them. I'll just put it that way. If the bag is more comfortable for them and that's what they want, it's fine. And I understand some people gonna have an issue with that, but I just feel like if you like you gotta give precedence to the to the OGs, right? Like you gotta get like okay, let's see how they respond. I'm curious.
With your mom? Kind of sounds like there's a tug with.
There's actually
your
no
mom
tug
and
of
your-
war. This is a question that I was asking because I just wanted to gauge your mindset.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm definitely a passenger princess.
my mother is the type of lady that would want my lady to sit in the front seat.
Okay.
You know, so I just wanted to see, where your mind was at
Okay.
in that regards. So,
Okay. Did that answer your question?
yeah, that answers.
Okay. And what about here?
Yeah, I was literally going to say right when you said that, I'm definitely sitting in the front. I mean, I would love your mother just like how you love your mother, not as much, but I don't want to be disrespected. I don't want to be with a mama's boy. That's absolutely not going to happen.
understand that.
Yeah, just a respect thing.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah.
It was honestly just a respect thing. I just wanted to see if, like, you would just like be humbled enough to be like, oh, ma, you can sit here. And then she'd be like, no, you are the wife.
Well, maybe if she had
that's
like
what
a
I was
disability or
getting
something,
at,
of course
yeah.
she could sit in the front. I would never, like, if she had a walker or something. I don't know how old your mother is, but
Yeah.
of course. But if that's not the case,
She would choose the lady
Yes.
first for sure. But I just want to see what.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Is that it would, in my mind, it would just be like a respect thing, right? And so I would kind of almost expect for that to be the case, like offered, right? Like, hey, you know what? Send her in the front. But whether or not it played out like that is kind of up in the air. But that's more or less where I was thinking as well. So, yeah, okay, keep going.
Where my
Sure.
shoes. That's all.
Okay. And then we did get a pop balloon.
Yes,
Let's go
ma'am.
down over here. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I'll just start off by saying that I do find you handsome, and I like what you were saying earlier and the fact that you articulated what you liked and your desires and things along those lines. For me, the reason why I popped it was because of the question itself. Just in the past, I've gotten questions like that, and I've heard questions like that on social media, and there's always been like a frenzy around those. And for me, I just did not see the significance in the question being asked. And that's just me
Dang.
personally. I just didn't see the significance in it. When I think about myself and my significant other, husband, or something in the future, I'm not thinking about, oh, I'm going to let his mother sit in front. I'm going to sit in front. I'm always going to be respectful of my elders, of course, always and forever. But that's not the first thing that comes to my mind of, well, I'm going to go ahead and let her sit up in the front because this, or I'm going to sit up in the front. I don't think about stuff like that. And so when you asked that question, it was more so of me, I'm not going to have an answer because it's not like I'm going to blatantly disrespect your mother or she would blatantly disrespect me or expect me to sit up in the front. For me, it was just more so of I didn't see the point of the question being asked.
Mindset thing. That's all. It wasn't.
All right, I'm gonna translate for y'all. I heard you got that dumbass question off of social media. It's dumb. I'm not gonna answer it. I'm gonna move on. That's effectively what you just said. And you know what? I get it. It's we like half these questions are just dumb social media questions. Well, not no, never mind. That one was particularly a dumb social media question because I'm pretty sure I've seen it on a couple of these like threads to get people fighting in the comment section. But I see where she's coming from, but I also understand where he's coming from. Like, it might be a dumb social media question, but it's really trying to gauge your mind, right? It kind of catches you off guard, not necessarily off guard. It's just kind of seeing how you think about it, right? Like homegirl over here on the left, the trainer. She just mentioned like it's a respect thing. I probably let her sit in the front, but if it's like a mama's boy thing, that's probably not a good thing for me too. And that's all fair. She's trying to see he's trying to see how you're thinking. So I get that it is a dumb social media question, but also it's not that serious. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I get where he's coming from. I get where she's coming from. It is what it is.
It wasn't nothing specific. I just wanted to see where your mind was at. Because my mother is the type of lady that respects my lady first, So she would definitely choose you and tell me like, no, let her sit in the front. You
I
know?
respect that, and I mean,
I just want to see where your mind was at, like with the humbleness and all of that.
oh yes, and I'm very humble. I don't want that to be confused. I'm very humble, and I do respect my elders. I love elderly people. I hang around them all the time. Anybody who knows me can say that I'm very respectful towards the elderly, and I would put them before me. For me, it was just more so of the question itself and the frenzy, social media, and I'm not trying to connect the two. But for me, I just didn't see the point of asking that question. And I know the intention behind it, but the impact it had on me with it, and the point of asking, I'm like, well, he may not like my answer, or something along those lines. So yeah.
Roger that.
All right, now she's someone that's your type.
Of course. She's a nice girl.
Thank you. Okay, we've got 2 ladies left. Ladies, any questions for our guy? You do? Okay, let's start over here. What's your question?
So, what do you value most in your relationships?
I value respect. I value loyalty. Somebody who's willing to try and not give up, you know, because life is full of ups, downs. Y'all be willing to go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sorry, can I ask multiple?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Did we talk about kids yet? Do you have kids?
I have no kids.
Okay, you want kids?
Of course.
And are you marriage minded?
Am I what?
Marriage minded.
That is the goal.
Okay.
Within the next 2 years or 3 years, 5 years, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
With intention.
All right. That's all I have for now.
Okay. Any questions over here?
I was just going to ask like what his 5-year plan was, and if it didn't have marriage in it, it would have been a huge pop.
Okay.
But a question that I would have. So where are you from? Well, like where are you located?
All right, so I am from the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Shout out to Baltimore too.
My sister and my nieces live out in Maryland.
Yeah. So I commute from Maryland to Virginia a lot because of work.
Oh, I have family in Virginia. That's crazy.
So
And where are you?
Oh, I'm in California. Yes.
that's fun.
Yeah, it's a bit of a distance. So what does respect look like to you in a relationship? Because I would say like respect is lacking a lot in relationships. A lot of people say I love you and still hit you, love you and still cheat on you. So what does respect look like?
I think that's a fair question for her to ask, because like people say things, people will say words, right? But there are like a lot of the times people have different interpretations of these things, right? And so when we're talking about focus, respect is a very broad term, right? We understand what it means generally, but how people apply it and what they mean by it, you know, sometimes we gotta think about it. So yeah.
Respect is just that. Like, my woman is my queen. You know, I want her. I want her decision in everything I do. So I'm gonna always confide in her, and we're gonna do it as a team. It's never just
Shout out to you, Jordan. Great question. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good question for sure. For sure.
It's what we can do. It's a partnership. That's how I see it. So yeah.
Also, do you drink?
Yeah.
Or okay.
I drink sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. Do
Occasionally.
you smoke weed?
No, ma'am. The type of work I do, you know, like I said, government contract.
Yes.
I can't.
So you don't like have substance abuse issues or with alcohol, anything like that?
No.
Okay. I mean, I just have to make sure. I gotta make sure.
Okay.
I mean, she's a fitness girl. She's a fitness girl. I totally feel where she's coming from. It's like, for me, it's one of those things where when we're talking about doing stuff in moderation, I ain't got no issues. But if you're like, I need this every single day, it's kind of like a dependency. That's a big no. So I mean, I think it's fair. You got to ask that stuff. I feel like a lot of the times people don't even ask it. Everyone's normally focused on, I feel like the deal breakers people mainly talk about are like the religious ones and things like that, or like the kids. But this is kind of the first time I'm hearing someone just say like, you got like a drug problem or like a bad vice problem. I haven't really heard that one said before. But again, there's like, I mean, this is number 49. I probably did like 5 of these. So I really don't know in the grand scope, in the grand scheme of what they've done on all the episodes. But look, first time I've seen it. So again, good question.
I can't be with
You never
anybody.
know.
Yeah, I can't be with anybody who's into that lifestyle because of my work, the nature of my job. So
So one more question. Sorry.
Okay, last one, girl.
Last one. Do you prioritize like your health, fitness, nutrition, anything like that?
yes, ma'am. So right now I'm like on a fitness journey. It's gonna take at least a year. You know, it's not like a 3-month thing. I'm gonna have to do this thing for a year to see where it's at. So yeah, I
Have you
eat right.
and you started?
I started.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's just where it's at. I just keep going every day.
Okay.
All right.
By the way, that follow-up was hilarious. And you started? She's like, you know, like we're in like April, right? So, or maybe this was shot in March. I don't know when these are shot, but like, let's say it's March, right? She has to think to herself, by the way, like if you got a fitness journey and like you waiting for New Year's or something, did you start? So fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. She's full of questions though. They live on opposite coasts. Yeah, I honestly, that's the one thing I never truly get with the show, right? I see all these matches, and since the show has kind of blown up and gone like to this degree where everyone wants to get on it, like all these people have, like a lot of these people are on here. They have Instagram. Some of them already have followings. Like she mentioned, I think she's a trainer. She might be online. I'll probably see if I can find her Instagram as it plays again and pull it up. But a lot of these people are on there, but it just seems like, and so they bring everyone together. But ultimately, it seems like, you know, realistically, how are these things even going to work, right? People are across the coast. Unless they got like a lot of money to be traveling every weekend or something. I just like, I don't know. I don't think long distance works as a start to a relationship. I think if you had a situation going already, you spend some months apart because of an opportunity, and then eventually you guys make plans to get back together. Sure. But like, you're going to start something new and they live on opposite coasts. I just don't really see it happening. So I feel like if there's any reason why, you know, she gets eliminated or he or she pops on him, it will be because of the opposite side. So yeah, totally agree with that.
Okay, it's time to pop. We've got two. I know, two wonderful ladies left, but you do have to pick just one. So whose are you popping?
No questions, right?
No.
The thing is, I have to kind of choose between the two on who I think, and I'm not gonna lie, I have not 100% been able to give a good read on who I think he would pick. I know who I would pick, but I don't know who he would pick. So I'm just if I had to make a guess, if I feel like I have to guess, I'm leaning her. If he doesn't pick her though, it's because of the distance. But that's my thought. Let's see.
Get one more when they come up here.
You guys
But for
asked
now, okay, this last, if you got a question, is it going to help you?
To be fair to him, it's actually a good problem to have. You got like two good choices and you're just kind of sitting there like, oh, well, I have to find one reason to eliminate one over the other. But yeah, that's might not go. It's a good problem to have. Good problem to have.
You really determine between the two of them, or are you going to ask just any old question? Is this question going to help you really pick?
No. I'll just make up my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
See,
It's fine.
I'm glad she asked that because she realized right now you're gonna force him to ask a dumb question and he's gonna get answers and he wouldn't even care what those answers were. He's still just like buying time to actually make the decision. This is kind of what I was thinking like some of them do sometimes, where it's like, I think the second contestant who came out today, dude already knew who he wanted to go to. He just needed to make sure like she can talk. Right? So I feel like he went through the entire round knowing who it was he was going to pick, and it really didn't matter what anybody said. So I'm glad she just kind of straight got to the point and was just like, you're going to ask a stupid petty question, or like, you know, you're going to just make up your mind. She's right.
You guys are both like, yeah, this is, oh, I dropped the toothpick.
Got another one for you. Don't worry.
Can I? Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Charlie, I'm a nice guy, okay? Just remember that. I'm sorry. But you guys, her eyes was doing something to me. So.
Oh, okay. Let's come over here then. So why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
He's a nice gentleman, nice looking, nice the way he articulated everything that he said. So that's fine.
All right. And so it was really, really tough. But why did you end up popping her balloon?
I popped her balloon because of the eye contact that I received from her. I just felt a spark.
You felt it. Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed you trying to make that connection. I seen it.
Yeah. Because it was hard. It was hard. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Let's
I mean, you see, that's usually what it is.
head
That's
on that
usually
way.
what
I'll
it
have you
is.
stand on that side of me. Scoot over there. I'll have you stand right over here.
Dude had a hard choice to make, and again, that's a good problem to have. So, shout out to him.
All right, y'all. Any final question between the two of you?
Unless it
Yes,
blows
I have
up
two,
right
but they're
here.
quick.
Okay.
So how do you feel about long distance?
Where are you located?
Oh
California.
yeah.
I'm closer to San Diego.
It is what it is. I'm willing to work with it. That's just life. You can't control that.
And then also, like, down the line, I'd like to have children. And me personally, I want to raise my children to have a very strong mindset. I don't want them to think that just because of the color of their skin, they're automatically seen as less than, or people are going to look at them or treat them a certain type of way. They have to work harder because they're black. I don't want to raise my children like that. So how would you raise your child not to have a victim mindset?
Okay, that's easy. You know, I'm first.
Again, another good question. And I feel like in a lot of ways, I kind of see where she's coming from. And it's all based in the fitness mindset, right? Where like, you can sit there and feel sorry for yourself, or you could do what you have to do and get better, right? Like a little bit every single day. So like, I kind of appreciate what it is she's kind of getting at here, right? Like even the whole victim mindset thing, I understand sometimes it sounds conservative coded. And whether or not you think that's a good or a bad thing, up to you. I appreciate it though, because in this case, she's kind of just saying like we can sit around and complain about what it is that we can't control, or we can focus on what we can control. And when you focus on what you can control, I think you kind of escape the victim mindset, right? Because the victim things are happening to you and you have no control of it. But the person who takes control of that is no longer the victim. And the only thing you can take control of are the things you have control over, right? So I appreciate it. I appreciate her mindset. I'm not really sure about this long distance stuff, I'm gonna be honest, but I really do appreciate her mindset. Has she been on here before? You know, it's possible. I just don't know. Like I said, there's so much episodes. I know there are repeat people. I think I've seen a clip of one episode before where I saw one dude who was, I think it was there was some dude, I forgot, I don't know his name. I just remember something he said. He was like, I'm from the ghetto, right? Something like that. I think I watched the episode where he was actually the contestant on the left coming out to choose from the panel of women. And then I saw a clip of him in the other episode actually in the lineup. So I know some people, when they don't get a match, they do show back up. I just don't know if this is her first time or she's been there before. But that'd be interested to know. Because yeah, I mean, there's some repeat characters that are just hilarious, and so I think they bring them back on for the clicks. But I'm not too sure how much people are repeat contestants. But yeah.
First generation Ghanaian, so life has not been easy. You know, you had to get it. If you really want it, you got to go for it. So, I mean, that's the type of mindset I would instill in the kids. You know, like nothing comes easy. You have to fight for it. So yeah, I'm gonna teach them that.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't want any kids that are, woo, he's me, I'm black, I can't do anything. I don't want that.
There's no
Absolutely not.
victim mindset. You against you.
Okay.
That's how life works. It's not just it's you against you.
Okay.
Okay. Are you good? Any final question? You're good?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, then, is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her? Is it a yes for you for her?
It's a yes.
You said
Yeah,
yes?
the troller won last
We
time.
got a match. Yeah. I'll take the mic. Go ahead, get your man, girl. Make some noise for them, ladies. Oh, my God.
That's funny.
All right. Let's bring out our next single guy.
I'm not gonna lie. This episode started with a lot less people on the panel. So there was, I think, 2, maybe 3. I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, it just seems weird seeing like there's like no one. There's like only 4 people on the panel. So I guess when they come out, it's gonna move a lot quicker. And this is, I think, gonna be the last one.
Hello. Welcome in. What's your name?
All right.
I'm Todd.
I've been doing fit checks on everybody who showed up just to make sure that they wasn't out here looking ridiculous. I mean it passes. I ain't got too much to say. It passes. It gets the job done. I feel like everyone else is probably a little bit more put together, but I mean it's fine. I don't know. You know what it is? You know what it is that's throwing me off a little bit? There's a little tip, right? Whenever you wear a white shirt, make sure you wear a gray undershirt. That way this line doesn't show up here. It's not that serious. I'm kind of nitpicking right here. There's nothing wrong with the outfit. In fact, I've probably worn a similar outfit like this last week. just make sure you make sure you wear a gray undershirt. That way you don't see this line right here. It kind of blends in smooth. Just a little fashion advice. Not that I should be giving it, but I think I just did. So, all right, let's keep it going.
Tyler, how old are you?
29.
And what do you do?
I work in the school system. I'm a basketball coach. I have my own businesses.
Okay, nice. And what are some things you like to do for fun?
I'm very adventurous. Very adventurous. I love sports. I love working with the youth.
Nice.
Things like I love to read,
Oh, okay.
cook on my free time, things like that.
All right. And what do you look for in a woman?
Someone who's loyal. Someone who is very goal oriented, very driven. Someone who is wanting to start a future, have a future, things like that.
All
That's very
right.
important to me.
Yes, definitely.
Dude's definitely nervous, but again, I can't blame him. You showing up on a show where there's about 1 million people watching every single episode, so you even knowing the magnitude of like what's happening right now, you ain't seeing all those people on YouTube, but you're just kind of standing in front of some ladies, but you know, and that's probably nerve-wracking itself within the speed dating panel style contest. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely see he's nervous.
Definitely. And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers, hygiene. Bad hygiene is a deal breaker. I don't have too many deal breakers.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Bad hygiene is definitely a deal breaker.
Okay. All right. So we did get a pop. Come on over here. Let's
Oh, this girl's been ruthless the whole episode, but I just think
see
I'm
why she ended
curious
up
what she's gonna
popping.
say.
Your name and age.
Diamond 28.
I feel like she gonna point out something like I don't like the shoes, or like that's kind of the energy she's given most of the episode. But let's see.
All right. And Diamond, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
You're very handsome. Just not my exact type that I would go for. That's all. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's it. You're very handsome though.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
All right.
enough.
And now is Diamond someone that's your type?
I think I was thinking that from when she told that dude like I don't like your earrings. She was like, why you choose that style? Dude had the Michael Jordan hoop earring, and she wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, she's very, very well put together. If I'd seen her,
Thank
I
you.
definitely would. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All righty. We've got 3 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them a question.
So where do you see yourself in 2 to 3 years?
2 to 3 years. Okay. Name and age first. And where do you see yourself in 2 to 3 years?
On age 29, I see myself either promoting myself with work or, getting promoted at my current position. I'm just always looking for a way to, be better professionally. And then hopefully I have my man so I can have my husband and then eventually have my kids.
All right.
All right.
Name and age. And where do you see yourself in 2 to 3 years?
Jabria, age 29. 2 to 3 years, I see myself practicing medicine as a physician assistant, being an Army officer on the side, and married, hopefully starting, at least having my first child. So, yeah.
Okay.
And over here.
Real quick, at first I was gonna say I feel like sometimes that question sounds like an interview question, like a job interview question, but look, again, within the context of dating as well, it would make sense because you're trying to see like if you're probably a person who is marriage minded or you have certain goals within the near future for yourself and you're trying to see if this potential match has similar goals, then yeah, I think it makes sense to ask, even though it kind of comes off as like interview questions. Because at first I was going to nitpick and what's up with the interview question, but I had to stop myself because it's kind of obvious why you would ask that question. But okay, let's keep going.
Here, your name and age, and where do you see yourself in 2 to 3 years?
Jessica, 27. In 2 to 3 years, I see myself hopefully signed to a model agency or some type of talent agency because I love acting and hoping to have gotten a film at some point, whether it's with Netflix, Tubi, because I'm available and open, but I'm hoping to have signed with an agency and hopefully get with a big role.
Okay.
Tubi's blowing up, by the way. I know we all laugh at those like crazy, ridiculous, like over, like those over, what is it, dramatized? Why am I getting the words right? But those over the top dramas at Tubi, which just look like ridiculous, but like, it's kind of blowing up. It's kind of blowing up. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. She is not looking for love. Probably not. I feel like there was some people earlier who she was interested in. I just don't think it's this guy. There was like probably like the first or second, or maybe not the first, because everyone popped on the first. Dude was talking too much, but like I think the second or third option, she was actually interested in. And then it didn't quite work out. I think everyone else is kind of just like, hey, let's get this acting thing going, and it is what it is. But yeah, I think there might be a case where some people are looking for a situation, or they're kind of coming out here to put themselves out there. But if they find a decent situation on the way, then like, hey, you kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? So I think maybe she's a little bit in that category, but I don't I don't see the interest she has for this guy right here. Though she didn't pop already, I'm not too sure.
And what about for yourself? Where do you see yourself in
For
2 to 3
myself,
years?
honestly, since I have my own businesses already, I would love to be advance on the next level as a basketball coach. So I'm a
Okay.
basketball coach. So I'm actually going to go back to school soon to get my sports management degree. So
Nice.
I'm looking forward to that. I see myself want to get married, eventually have kids. Because I come from a two-parent household. Yeah. So me and my 2 brothers, my parents been married for 30 years. So
Wow.
My guy just needs to breathe real quick. He just needs to pause in through the nose. He gonna be okay. He's super nervous. I see it. He's super nervous. But I was gonna wrap it up and say that's his 2-year question right there. He wants to be married sooner than later. So he's just trying to see if they're on the same page. But my guy, just breathe. Just breathe. You're gonna be good. Just breathe.
that's something
a blessing.
I look forward.
Yes.
Yeah, that's important to me. Yeah.
Okay, well, let me hand you a pick.
Okay.
There you go. And I am going to have you
Agreed.
pop 1 balloon.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead. Okay. All right, so Jessica, why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
He's part of the education system. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see? You see? She's not that interested. That's all. Part of the education system, that means like she probably thought he was a good dude, probably go to hear him out, but if it came to the end, she probably wasn't gonna move forward anyway. So I just seen it. I'd seen her energy with how she was reacting with some of the other folks that came before him. And I don't think she was feeling it like that. But that's fine. That's fine. She was just kind of exploring her options. That's part of the game. So fair play.
And I always like to hear what people from the education system has to say. That was it.
Okay. But so is he someone that's your type?
No.
Okay.
You see?
I do like a man who is darker skinned, tall, built, but he is handsome. But no, he's not my type.
Okay. And
See, it was obvious from the beginning. She was not interested. I don't even know why she didn't pop immediately. But like I was just saying, if you see how she responded to some of the other people who are actually kind of exactly how she just described, that was not the same way as when this dude came up. Like to me, it was very, very obvious she
Why'd
was
you end up
not
popping her
interested.
balloon?
Look, and now they have to scan down the shoes. Actually, the shoes are pretty nice. Anyways, yeah, I mean, she was not interested. That was like the most obvious thing I've ever seen. But I don't know why she didn't pop in the beginning. Okay, sorry. I am befuddled. I am befuddled at what just happened here. Befuddled. I'm gonna start using that word more. I feel like it does a good job to encompass the moment and the feelings. But okay, let's keep it going.
No specific reason. Just the other 2 candidates were, a little bit better. So
Your type, okay.
yeah, a little more my type. Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you. Okay, go ahead and ask our 2 remaining ladies another question.
What are some things that you like to do on your free time? Or what are some things, it's actually a 2-part question. What are some things that, like, in a long day, you come home, wind down, what are some things you like to do?
All right, start there and come back. Okay, over here.
Jabria, age 29. Things I like to do on my free time. I'm really into self-care, so I love going to the spa. I live in Phoenix, so we have a lot of resorts here that have great spas. I like hiking. I like being outdoors. Lately, I've just been getting more grounded in nature. I like working out. I love art stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Everyone says traveling. I do like traveling. I'm not gonna act like I travel all the time, but when I do get to travel, I do like traveling. So
Okay.
All right. And what about over here?
So I love to do food reviews. So I go around in my area trying to find like nice small, businesses, do the reviews and bring attention to them. So with that, I also love to eat. I'm also very adventurous. So anything that kind of gives you a thrill, gets your heart racing, I love that, whatever it is. Then after a long day, when I come home, I'm also a very big homebody. So when I'm at home, I'm usually like either watching my favorite shows, reading a book, anything self-care related.
All right. Okay. Ladies, any questions for him? Are you ready?
I'm sorry. So say you have a bad day. What are some things you like to do to like pick yourself up if you're having a bad day?
If I'm having a bad day, I love working out, so I tend to work out. I love reading books. I'm a heavy reader. I read a lot, so I love to read and just relax. And then sometimes I'll call my brothers, and they'll help me, bring me back to where I need to be. So those are some of the things that I like to do.
Damn. I don't even know why she did that. Well, she's giving the eye right now. You know why. No, actually, I don't know why. I'm having a hard time calling it because I just feel like they're not as interested. I don't feel like they're giving the same energy as they did with some of the other folks. And I you say it wrong. I know, right? Like dude just said, like, I read, I work out, and I call my family when things are going when things aren't going great to kind of bring me back where I'm at. And she just like popped it. You know what? I don't even think it's anything he said wrong. I think it's just a general feeling maybe she wasn't fully there. And it's just as time is progressing, it's just settling in where she's just like, oh, we're getting further and further along. I'm not too sure. She might try to give an answer right now, like, oh, it's this or that. But like, I don't think he said anything wrong. I just think it was, maybe she just wasn't feeling him. And time is passing by. If this girl doesn't pop, then it's going to be between them two. And she's probably just like, let me, if I ain't feeling you, let me kind of give you an easier situation here. But yeah, like they be popping for no reason sometimes. It's kind of funny. Well, not no reason, but like they make it seem like it's no reason. All right.
We'll be back. All right. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
We really did have a lot in common, so it definitely wasn't that. But as I'm just kind of hearing you more and, trying to spend some time like connecting you and like filling you out, I didn't really feel it.
Okay.
Okay, you see, that's exactly what I was saying, right? Like she's sitting there, she's thinking about it, she ain't really feeling him like that, and she's just like, oh, we getting to the end, let me just pop now. So that's fine, that happens. I just kind of reading the reactions here, and I felt like I didn't really think she was too interested. I'll be honest. I don't know if she's tired or she's not interested. I'm getting a similar feeling with this girl as well. I feel like this guy might walk away without a match today. But let's see, because she hasn't popped yet, and just, and they've been at it for a while, so maybe it's a little different at the end of the day. But let's see.
Here. Now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's very well put together. All the ladies here are very, very lovely. So
They are.
yes.
All right, cool. Okay, any other questions over here?
Honestly, I can't think of any more.
Okay. So now, is he someone that's your type?
Or actually, do you have any kids?
I don't have any kids.
Okay. Do you see yourself having kids?
I definitely would love to have kids for sure.
Okay. And you talked about going to school for sports management, going back to school. So what would that look like for you as far as like time frame?
I was looking to go back to school this year, maybe. If not this year, then next year for sure.
But as far as like completing that goal, like how long is that
Oh,
goal?
yeah. Well, I had already went to William Patterson, so I would say about a year and a half.
Okay.
It wouldn't take too long, yeah.
And like your outcome with going back for that, what is the outcome?
I would like to take my personal training business to the next level, and I would also like to be a coach at the next level, like a basketball coach, yes.
Okay. Like high school, college?
Well, I'm already a high school coach, so
Okay.
I'm looking to try to become a college coach. That would, yeah.
I don't have any
Good.
more.
Okay. So now, she's someone that's your type?
I do have a question.
Yeah, of
Where are you
course.
from?
I'm originally from Georgia, Jonesboro, Georgia. Have to put, even though Clayco's already on the map, have to put it on the map. And I live in Phoenix.
Okay. Oh, you do live in Phoenix. Okay.
Where are you?
I live in Glendale. So
Okay,
that's
so you're in
right.
Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah. I do have one more question. Actually, no, I don't.
You don't?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yes, that's it.
Okay. Well, Jafia, come on up here with us. Let's all coming up here. So I think you guys said you both don't have any other questions?
No.
No? Okay. Well, let me ask mine then. Is it a yes for you for him?
So honestly, I do have a preference of like more darker skin.
Okay.
And a little bit taller. So it's a no. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty. I'll have you head back on over there then.
So I'm be honest, that to me was obvious. Like I just read it. I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe she's tired and she's been sitting up there too long. But I just seen it in her face, kind of reading it. I felt like she wasn't feeling it, and she probably should pop sooner. But I think once the other girl popped, she was trying to find something for him to say that was off, and he had nothing to say that was off. They even live, close enough to each other. But ultimately, you're not feeling it. You're not feeling it. So, again, that is the game. So, unfortunate for this brother, but that's how the cookie crumbles. There is.
All right. Well, that's all the balloons
4
popped,
minutes here.
unfortunately. But thank you so much for coming on. Let's give it up for him, guys. I'll take this. Thank you.
I don't think there's any more, and if there is, that means it's like an instant match.
All right. Let's bring out our next single guy.
Okay, so literally this next one ends in like 5 minutes. So
Hello,
this has to
welcome in. I'll have you
be
hold
immediate.
this. Oh, that's such a good. And what's your name?
Io Quinn.
Quinn. How
Yes,
old are you?
I'm 33.
And what do you do?
I am a personal trainer.
My guy's 33. The Grays is strong. Oh, this is from the last one. That's whack. Why they wait that long? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like it's kind of crazy, right? It's like it doesn't make any sense why they held out that long when it didn't seem like any of them was really that interested, right? Like I can kind of just see it in their face. It's just the way they was interacting with them, right? And so it's like, look, no shade to that brother. He was doing his thing. He was trying his best, but they just kind of sat right there. And I feel like once they were the last ones still holding it, they were thinking to themselves, if I could just ask him one question, that be the thing that I eliminate with him with, like that I could eliminate him with, then we're good. And they just couldn't find it until ultimately they had no choice to be like, I just ain't feeling it. They could have just said that in the beginning though. But yeah, that's the game. But yeah, in terms of back to this, an old 33. Yeah, no, I think I'm the same age. Oh, hold on, I'm 34 now. But it's like we're the same age. But like, yeah, it's rough out here. I get it. It's rough out here. It's the Grays will do that. It's funny.
I help people become better versions of themselves through physical activity.
Okay.
I also have a LLC, Be Almighty, which is my fitness brand. We print shirts for other companies,
Nice.
different brands, and I also do filmmaking. Name is visuals.
Okay.
So we shoot short films, music videos, etc. Any client that needs it.
Cool. All right. And what are some things like?
Real quick, notice. When people are actually doing things and they have multiple jobs, whatever it might be, multiple ventures, they just name them. When people say entrepreneur, they ain't doing shit. So it's just that idea to always keep in mind, right? Because if they was doing something, they would say what they were doing. When they just say entrepreneur, a lot of the times they ain't doing nothing. So it's just something to keep in mind and a funny observation. But all right, let's keep going.
Like to do for fun?
Things I like to do for fun.
Mhm.
All right, so I like to travel. Of course, everybody does that.
Right.
Different events. I like to do like fitness events.
Okay.
Go to music events. Anything spontaneous. Like I'm kind of much of a wild guy, so it's
Okay.
like I just like to have fun. Like I work for fun. My work is fun. So
Yeah. All right. And what do you look for in a woman?
I want a level girl. So she got to be a level girl. She has to be kind. Someone who's ambitious about her bread. Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Deal breakers?
My main deal breaker. Can't smoke tobacco like cigarettes, Black and Miles. If you smoke bud, that's cool. But tobacco, cigarettes, that's one of the main deal breakers. Don't be mean. Don't be somebody who always drinking every weekend. And be about your business. Know how to goddamn gonna upbring me. We upbring each other. That's about it.
That's all fair and reasonable. Perfectly fine. I totally get it.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. We did some pop. What? Oh, yeah, let's go on over here.
Okay.
Your name and age.
All right. See now, now we're at the point where everybody is tired. They're at the end and they're just like, I'm not gonna even ask the dumb questions. I'm just gonna pop the balloon immediately. If they ain't feeling it, they just popped it. This is what they should have done with the previous guy. They waited all the way to the end to pop the balloon anyway. And see, now they're understanding. That's Unk. I think he's lying about his age. I mean, it seems like it. But you know what? Some people just rough. It's just rough out here. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, probably. I'm not sure. I'm thinking to myself like, man, Grace is strong, but I mean, I got a few. They just don't shine that bright, but I got a few. I think, I don't know. There's always the question where if it gets a little too strong, do you got to pull out the Just for Men to remedy the problem? Or do you just let it rock? This is always the question. All right, let's keep it going.
Age and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Diamond 28. Where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay.
Live in North Carolina.
Okay. You're handsome. I just popped my balloon because the communication, I feel like it's just the way you talk, and I see you as someone like a friend, business partner, like not really my partner, but as like somebody close. That's it. That's the reason why.
My guy just got friend zoned before they even made it there. So, I mean, you know what? Fair play. She kind of made it instantly clear how she viewed him based on how he was speaking. But I think I think that's all the balloons popped because I think the first 3 popped and there was 1 left and then she just popped afterwards. So that's probably why this segment goes by so damn fast. Is everyone rejecting them instantly?
Pop my balloon.
Okay. Now, is she someone that's your type?
She looks good. I would say like my type physically, but she cool peoples.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. Your name and age.
And just so you know, that's a reverse friend zone as well. So he would have popped her even if she didn't pop, which is again fine, fair play.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
On A29, and I felt more of a friendship vibe. Like I feel like we would
Oh, you
probably
got
kick
friend
it off
zone
more as
too.
friends than
Okay,
like
from her as well.
lovers, maybe. I guess I should say.
What would you say is giving you that vibe?
I was just kind of thinking about our personalities, and I didn't feel like they mesh as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best way I know how to explain it.
All right. Now, is she someone that's your type?
She looks good. Like yeah, like I would approach her if I was out probably. You know?
Thank you. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Jabria 29 and just a distance.
All right. Now, is she someone that's your type?
She looks good. Like if I was out, you know what I'm saying? If I seen her looking at me, I would approach her probably.
Thank you. Thank you. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm 27. You look just like my cousin, and I have. And then you said North Carolina. I have family in North Carolina and South Carolina. So when you walked out, even the mannerisms, down to the way you two smile, when you walked out, I was like, oh my gosh. And he has tattoos as well on his arms. And I was just like, oh my gosh, you look just like my cousin. And I was like, well, let me hear him out some more. But I was like, you remind me so much of my cousin.
Is your cousin an adult content creator?
No, he works in. I know he's an entrepreneur, but I know he has like some type of business, but he's in North Carolina.
Okay.
And like y'all remind me of each other so much, and I was just like, cuz, and I was like, oh man, and I want to hear you out some more, and I was just like, and you
Like,
clean,
nope.
you clean cut and
appreciate
everything,
it.
like you got it going on. And I was just like, wow,
appreciate
you remind me of my cousin so much, and I was like, dang. And so yeah, but very clean cut, and you're handsome.
I appreciate it.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
I mean, she's not really my type, but she seems like she's cool. Like she's a vibe. You know, so we probably be laughing like a mug together.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool, thank you. All right, well, that is all the balloons popped, unfortunately,
well,
but thank you so much for
appreciate
coming
it.
on. Let's give it up for him, ladies. Thank you.
That's the game. I think the panel on this one was pretty good. I feel like all the ladies were like there was no shade this entire episode. I didn't really. Sometimes we get episodes where everyone is like making fun of each other and like after they get rejected, they say something crazy. We didn't see any of that. And so like I was mentioning earlier, it probably speaks to the maturity of the show and how the certain people are reacting. Or again, maybe it's just this panel, right? Like I'm not even sure how the last one happened, like what happened in the last one or the one before that. It's very possible that this was just a more refined panel, right? There's nothing crazy that stuck out or anything that happened that would have been like, you know, you're not qualified, right? Or something like a Aaron the plumber moment. But yeah, I mean, look, always a fun time. These are good. I mean, Arlette is really doing her thing. I think she just got a Netflix deal, and I'm just like, damn, how do you start a YouTube show big enough that gets picked up by Netflix? Like you doing something big. So again, shout out to her. These are always fun to react to and to do. And guys, that's it for me today. So until next time, that is my perspective. What's yours? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe as I got much more content like this on the way. So until next time, YouTube, peace.